Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. And I'm still at the wobbly table and still at the hot springs, but still doing tarot readings because we still have a lot to unpack about the weekend that was, including the appearance, the final sighting, well, not the final, but the first sighting of Lilibet. Not going to be reading on that today because I am sticking with the program that I have devised for myself, and that is today is Prince Charles's day. I'm going to be looking first of all at his relationship with little Prince Louis, and for that I am using the Radiant Tarot. This was the tarot deck that I pulled out for the Jubilee weekend. And I think it's a good deck for looking at this, what looks like to be a really lovely, heartwarming relationship between a grandfather and his little grandson. Very natural, very spontaneous, clearly very comfortable with each other, clearly absolutely adore each other. And really was surprising to see. And it was also very encouraging to see, given all the rumours and conjecture about what Prince Harry is going to be saying in his book about Prince Charles, what a cruel and cold father he was, and of course the legacy of the cruel and cold Windsor parenting style that Prince Harry has been going on about at length at every opportunity, airing his grievances. And we saw the exact opposite throughout the Jubilee weekend, in my opinion. And of course, let me say, this is all just my opinion, just a tarot reading, just for entertainment purposes. But what I saw and what millions of other people saw was a very close family, a very normal family, with very healthy relationships, lots of interaction, very at ease with each other, very comfortable, great parenting going on. The cousins all seemed really close, they seem to get on very well, and their partners, spouses, and the children all seem to get on very well. Fantastic to grow up in such a large family grouping, and also close, all looking so positive, so healthy, all looking as if they really cared about each other. The notable exceptions, of course, the two from Montecito who kept well out of it and are keeping their own children well out of it. And that is very, very sad when they could be, and the cards are all over the place now, when those two little ones could be growing up in such a close and loving family and are being kept so willfully and spitefully out of it. Again, in my opinion. So a little 5-card reading now today, just looking at, oops, I forgot to cut the deck, so we're going to have to shuffle again. Looking at Charles and Louis, how Charles sees little Louis, how Louis sees his grandfather. It was very sweet to see him constantly seeking Charles out, being bounced on Charles's knee, and it really was lovely, very, very, very sweet, unless you were sugar. And you had a lot of nasty things to say about Louis if you were a sugar. Those people need more God in their lives, according to the body language guy, and I absolutely agree. Those sugars need more God in their lives, given the things that they were saying about that little boy. Anyway, 5-card reading, just looking at the two of them. I want to also know how the Sussexes feel about this relationship, watching it. They must have seen its headline news all over the place. One of the delightful things to come out of the Jubilee, unexpectedly delightful things, and how it's going to influence Harry's book, because who will believe what Harry has to say when they have the evidence of their own eyes in Prince Louis. And it's an interesting card that's come out in the as the underlying energy. It's the Temperance card. Temperance card in reverse. That is something that needs healing and needs balance. And I'm inclined to think that it's a very positive card, even though it's come out in the reverse. That Prince Charles is the one in need of healing and balancing his energy and the way people perceive him. And that is possibly the gift, because a Temperance card is very often a gift. It's an angel that's come down to help and to heal and to soothe and to calm and to bless. And I think one particular little boy has come into that family to do just that. Bring a very different energy into the family. The two siblings have their own roles, have their own duties, have their own personality. Little Louis seems to be the one who's free to interact and to express himself in an uninhibited way, however uncomfortable that makes the sugars. But it certainly is bringing some healing into the family, into all that, what did Harry call it, genetic pain, laugh, the genetic pain, the generational pain that Prince Harry claims to be suffering from. There is the healing that's needed, and hopefully the healing that is coming in. I'm feeling a little bit emotional now in amongst the laughter, but let's have a look at a signifier for the relationship and for what is going on. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting cards coming out because they're difficult cards. They're not easy cards. And as I'm saying, there is healing needed here. The Nine of Pentacles, when it's upright, is the person who is free to do what they like. They are not bound by rules and regulations because they have all the money that they need in the world. They can go out and they can seek, they can live a life of luxury and ease and independence because they are well provided for. But it's come out in the reverse. Somebody is inhibited, somebody is stuck. Prince Charles again, I would say, not little Prince Louis. Prince Charles is the one who is not free. Prince Charles is the one who is curbed by his status, by his royal status, by the fact that he's been king and waiting for so long. And he is the one that really, he can't walk away from the situation that he is in. When the Nine of Pentacles is upright, you can walk away from something because you are free to go. You can afford to go. Prince Charles can't afford to go. So he is really stuck. Despite that pile of cash that he's got, he is stuck, almost smothered by that pile of cash in this card, in this very interesting depiction of the Nine of Pentacles in the Radiant Tarot. So let's see how Prince Charles feels about this relationship with little Prince Louis. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Another very interesting card. They're all coming out in the reverse. Cards that really should be upright. Their energy is coming across to me as upright energy, but the cards coming out in the reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is his own mother, of course, the earth sign mother, the Taurus. It is also Catherine, who is another Queen of Pentacles, another earth sign woman, the Capricorn. But the card has come out in the reverse, and it has got something to do with his own parenting. And here we are, the Temperance, what I was talking about, the need for healing. And I was sneering a bit at poor Prince Harry and his stupidity, calling it genetic pain. But the generational pain of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, when she's upright, is the perfect wife and mother. She's very loyal. She's very supportive. She's very grounded. She's always there. She's a kind of mother who we see Catherine being in the photos that they release of them interacting as a family, them baking the cupcakes, doing all that kind of really hands-on stuff. But an absence in his own life. We're talking about his relationship with Prince Louis, but we're really talking about his own relationship with his mother and how he has lacked something in his own upbringing. So Prince Harry is not wrong to point that out. His mother, of course, was a working woman in a time when women weren't working women so much. But she had a duty, a loyalty that was greater than her loyalty to her family. It was to the country, to the realm. And he felt the lack, he felt the emptiness. It's being healed. It's being healed, but it is there. There is something about this situation that reminds himself of his childhood and the fact that it wasn't warm and close, and he didn't feel the comfort and support that Louis is getting from his own mother, and that Prince Charles is somehow receiving. It's almost a blessing that he is receiving from this relationship with Louis, of seeing how close and warm this family is. And it's the same kind of energy that William seemed to get from the Middletons, and that grounded and healed him from his loss and his really quite tragic and difficult childhood. And I am not a psychologist at all. This is all my own personal opinion, and I really have to stress that this is all just my opinion and not at all an expert opinion. How does Louis see his grandfather? What is going on there? We get the Wheel of Fortune. And that's a massive card. It's quite interesting. It's a very happy card, first of all. He sees his father, his grandfather, as almost a sort of enchantment of surprises and wonder, that he has these amazing resources in the palm of his hand. It's really, it's a tremendous connection. It's a very karmic connection. Wheel of Fortune is about your lives and getting onto that wheel that turns and turns and turns, spins you round and round and round, and you come back. This is a very blessed connection. The little Prince Louis, I don't want to turn him into a sort of a saint, because he's not. He's a little boy. But the energy that's coming out here with the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that this is a relationship that has been round and round this wheel many, many, many times, and it's a very, very close and a very karmic, karmic in a positive way. Karma doesn't necessarily always mean bad things. It doesn't necessarily mean negative things. You get good karma as well. And this is a good karma relationship. This is a relationship that they both deserve, that they have earned. It's a blessing, and it's a huge blessing. And somehow in that little four-year-old's mind or soul, let's say his soul, he understands it, he sees it, he knows the connection, and he knows that this is a very divine and a very inspired connection and a very blessed connection. These are massive cards. A very, very, very interesting card to come out there. How do the Harkles feel watching in the wings, seeing this unfold? Also unexpected, also natural. They can't claim it was staged. They can't claim it was done to spite them. How did they feel? In particular, Harry, how did he feel about it? King of Pentacles, he still sees himself as being the special one. I'm trying to think of the football coach. He was the special one. Can't remember, I've gone blank. But he was the special one. And Prince Harry is showing up as the King of Pentacles. He sees himself as the special one. And his child is the special one, Archie. Although we've never seen Archie, heard of Archie over this weekend. Prince Harry's nose is not out of joint, because his own ego is so tremendous and so intact that he really doesn't see what's going on. And that's quite interesting that this card has come out the way it has. This is not a dagger through the heart. He's not threatened by it. He's not intimidated by it. He doesn't seem to read it for what it is. He doesn't seem able to read the room. And I keep getting this with Prince Harry in the readings that I've been doing over the Jubilee period, that he just literally doesn't see what's going on. We've seen the sulking and the glowering and the leaving early, that sort of energy, which is not surprising, because obviously his status has been changed, and he can see that as an affront. But he sees those kinds of things, but he seems absolutely incapable of feeling other people's emotions and seeing why other people behave the way they do. And there was another ridiculous PR piece that came out about how the Sussexes were offering an olive branch to the Cambridges, as if the Cambridges were the ones at fault. And this is what I mean by this King of Pentacles here. There's a lot of arrogance in that King of Pentacles. Look at the way he's standing there with his arms out akimbo, and sort of, look at me, I'm the boss. The boss baby isn't the boss, I'm the boss. He doesn't get it. He doesn't see the damage that he's done. He doesn't understand why people react the way they do. He literally doesn't get it, because he believed through his whole life, he believed all the PR, that he was the most popular one. He was the one that should have been king. He was the one his mother loved the most, blah, blah. He was the one the public loved the most. He's the funniest. He's the wittiest. He's the sweetest. He's the whatever. He believes it still. He still doesn't get it. I don't know what it's going to take for Harry to get the fact that he is not this King of Pentacles at all. And to see all of this that's going on in the family, the healing that's going on, the work that is being done in that family. We saw the product of the work over this weekend. The energy that was coming off the royal family was incredibly positive, very strong, very powerful, positive energy, representative of a family that was functioning in a very clear and a very organized and a very healthy way, the way that they were protecting each other. And who were they protecting each other from? And in particular, the Cambridges and their children, him and his wife. Or my opinion, of course. Let's see the outcome. And the outcome I've specifically asked for is about the book. What influence, if any, is this going to have on Harry's book? He, of course, is going to be ploughing that field again of, woe is me. Are people going to believe it? Is he going to still do that? Is this going to work? And we get the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about negotiation, and I keep getting that card with this book. Give and take. And it may actually impede Prince Harry, but it may be that there's a payoff somewhere along the line for him. Look, this line that you're taking isn't going to work, so withdraw the book, rewrite the book, take out those chapters about what a terrible parent I was and how much damage I did you, and I'm the reason you're the alcoholic and all the rest of it, which allegedly Prince Harry is, and it's all my fault. Take it all out and you'll get some money. It'll be worth your while. Keep getting this card as well. So it's confirming itself that basically there's negotiation going to happen around this. Prince Harry isn't going to be able to sell the story and make it believable, make it worth his while, and somehow it's going to have to be rewritten and amended so that Prince Charles doesn't come off so badly, and perhaps it's going to be a cash injection, probably a much needed cash injection into the Sussex coffers. But we'll have a look at that in the next reading I'm going to do. I'm going to have a look at the meeting, the alleged meeting that the Sussexes had with Prince Charles over the Jubilee weekend. So that's Charles and Louis, and I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you for taking me over 8,000 subscribers. That was my little Jubilee surprise. I'm very appreciative of you all. Do thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy this and keep with me.